Okay, so we're standing looking at Fred. Fred is hanging on a black oak tree, and we're on the edge. We're on the edge between the woodland, and we're on the edge between the field or the meadow part of the wildlife center. So if you're in the center and you turn and you look out the window, find Fred, and you'll see exactly where we are. To your left is a red oak tree, and that red oak tree is probably 70 or 80 feet tall. And then directly to my right, to your left, is a white pine tree, and then there's a red maple tree. But the tree we want to talk about is the black walnut. Black walnut tree, this is a very small one. This is a young one. They always live on these edges. They like bright sunlight. But they too grow very, very tall. They're often used as an ornamental plant in yards and gardens. They can grow to be 70, 80, 90 feet tall. This particular one is probably no more than 30 feet. But this is a fascinating tree. That's a really fascinating tree. Not real evident here. But in a garden setting, in a yard setting, the roots of this plant put out a toxin. And the toxin is designed to stop other plants from encroaching on this particular tree. Because it wants all the resources, it wants the water, it wants the minerals, it wants the vitamins and things that are in that soil for its own. So it has this toxicity to the rootlets that prevent other plants from growing in. It's a walnut. So it grows a walnut, you know, just like we eat walnuts. This is the black walnut. It's a little smaller, a little more bitter. The husk, though, the fruit itself is a little bit bigger than a golf ball, a little smaller than a tennis ball. And then you take that husk off. You take that husk off, it will stain your hands perfectly brown. Okay, it's a and that stain is actually very good as a way of dyeing plants. If you want to color plants to a shirt, you know, like a shirt or a tapestry, and you boil that husk with the leaves with your wool, it will boil it all together and it will set into the material, and it'll actually give you a very nice brown color. Let me show you the leaves. The leaves are long. This is one leaf. Okay, so here's the petiole, and then there's all these little leaflets that come off of it. And they're directly across from one another. And these leaves, if you scratch them, have a very distinct black walnut flavor.